It's like watching a kidney dance around in the snow. You're like, what's happening? But then you watch its beauty. I already know you hit live because my analogy isn't going to do jack shit for anyone. They're probably going to turn off the video right now because tisms.
Probably, yeah. People don't like me.
No, that's me.
But hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Yu Yu Hakusho quote-unquote arc reviews. Sure, why not?
No. I mean, we're only going over 4 episodes, but
Yeah.
I guess we could call that like it's the pre-show arc. Is that what it's called? The pregame show only on NBC Network?
I mean, yeah. Hosted by Brian Seacrest.
Ew, no, we have better class than that.
Do we?
Hosted by Ewan McGregor.
I mean, I would watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're talking about like the first we're talking about the 4 episodes that come before the final round of the Dark Tournament, because I felt me and Trevor both kind of felt like, a lot of stuff happens with the final round that just needs to be its own video, and the stuff before it should get its own little praise and talk through. So
one should. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Well, no one should really complain because we're going over pretty much one of the most important moments in the series, and that's like 2 whole episodes. And exactly. The next 2 episodes are about the epic buildup.
Yes, and we love it. We love it. Mm-hmm. So this isn't going to be like the other structured. It's just going to be, here's this. Let's talk about this, that. No, I hated this. I hated that. Because we both hate this show and this series, and it should probably die off the face of the earth.
Why are we talking about Toei era animation One Piece?
Look, they're doing good with Wano.
Oh, I should have said pre-Wano. Pre-Wano Toei animation One Piece.
You bitches. So yeah, I kind of went chronological in this, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So let's begin with the beatdown. So this is the first time we get to see the majority of Team Toguro in action, quote unquote action, because most of them easily defeat this team, which I'm already blanking on their name, even though I pretty much just watched the episodes.
I called them Team Koga because one of them is named Koga. One of them is named Kaido, I believe, too.
Oh, that poor unfortunate soul. How dare they? Are you sure it's not Kaigo?
I honestly don't remember now. I swore it was slow Kaido.
I swear it better not be Kaido.
I hope it is. Actually, hold on. Let me do a scientific research.
But
Yu Hakusho. Oh, damn it! It is Kaito. Oh wait, no. That's a different character that we'll be meeting later on. Give me a second here.
Even better. Thank God.
Yes, go on with what you were saying.
I was just gonna say, 2 of these actually look like threats. The other 3 look like fodder. That they are.
How dare
you? Especially the one that fights Karasu. It literally looks like he just came from the stands.
But to be fair, like, these are semifinal. Like, these are demons that made it to the semifinals. However, against the likes of Team Toguro, you really see how outclassed they all are.
Yeah.
In fact, can I advertise something real quick?
No. But yes.
Okay. So I'm making a video, and it's about the terror of Team Toguro. Basically, I'm highlighting the how scarily effective they are, and like the amazing parallels that each member has with our main cast, and how. Like this episode, it really does set the stage of how our heroes really, at this point, don't stand a fucking chance. They're doomed. Like, one half is already confirmed doomed before a certain other character comes in and gives a power up to two characters. But yeah, at this point, 50% of the team confirmed to be doomed. So like, there's a lot of doubt coming in, and
And it really hits home because the only member of Team Urameshi that's there to watch this is Kurama. And when Kurama starts sweating, hoo boy.
yeah, Karama. His destined opponent is Karasu, and he is a figure that has personally targeted Karama, and he treats Karama like a scorned lover. He's like,
Yep.
Your hair is damaged, Karama. I like you. I like to fight people like you, and when I like stuff, I have to kill them. It's like, ooh, you're destined for the fight, but it's already in his battle. Karasu pretty much eviscerates an acid demon. I forget his name, so I'm going to call him Acid Demon. And can I point out the amazing parallel that Karama and Karasu have that I don't know if many other people picked up on?
Do you want to mention it now or for the finals?
It kind of makes more sense if I at least bring up this point now.
Then go ahead.
You know how Karama spends each battle he's in dodging, waiting for the perfect time to strike?
Yes.
Did you notice that Karasu does the exact same thing, but where Kurama struggles in, like he's putting in a lot of effort to dodge. He puts in a lot of effort to think. Karasu, on the other hand, he just fucking slides around and dodging easily, like casually dodging every single attack. And then all it does is a light tap and the guy's dead.
Yep.
It's that kind of parallel, man. And the fact that Karasu can make explosions, well, how the fuck is Kurama going to beat that with his limited arsenal? It's, God, this episode just sets everything up so...
Are you okay over there?
I'm hyping too much. It's too good.
It's fine. It's fine. It's understandable.
I've been reliving these episodes.
I know. It's great. It's awesome. It's fan-fucking-tastic. But yeah, these guys. So yeah, the one dude dies easily to Karasu, the little green imp right down there. And yeah, just like you said, like Karasu's dodging with ease, just gives him a couple little like love taps on him, and yeah, guy blows up, and it's awesome. It's great.
And the next guy, the guy with the one eye in the back with the large sword, I do know his name.
Oh no.
It's Kirenja, but the only reason I know it's Kirenja is because I have rewatched the clip of Bui eventually murdering him so many goddamn times. That name is just engraved. The name of the eternal loser.
I love it. I love it. But yeah, oh my gosh. So Bui's freaking hype. So he's just standing there in this one eye. I'm just gonna call him One Eye Joe. So One Eye Joe here, he's like, I'm gonna kill you, brr, brr, brr. And Bui's like, correct me if I'm wrong. Bui doesn't say anything, does he?
No. He's the trademark of Bui is that he is strong and silent, much like a certain other character on Team Urameshi. Parallels!
Kuwabara.
No.
But yeah, so this dude's just like, I'm gonna kill you, brr, brr, brr. And then Bui summons. So how tall officially is Bui?
I forget, but I believe he is almost Toguro height, and that's like what, almost 9 feet? Give me 1 second like here. YYH Bui. I actually don't know. They do have measurements on here.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Well, let's just say 9 feet for the hell of it. Bui is roughly 9 feet tall. He summons this giant axe that's about maybe 1.5, almost 2 times as big as him, and weighs probably about 10 or 20 times as him.
Yeah, like, and you can see it too, where as soon as the axe is summoned, as soon as Bui catches it, it crashes him down into the ground, but he doesn't budge a single inch.
Yeah. And so this guy's just like, what are you going to do? You can barely move. Bro, I win. Immediately gets close to Bui. Bui swings this giant axe like it's nothing, like it's just paper or something. Just swings it, obliterates One-Eyed Joe, and then just walks out. And
and with each step, you just hear.
Yep. Yeah, his feet.
It's one of the purest clips I've ever seen.
It is. Oh my gosh. Just looking at his feet just like crumble the ground underneath him.
Is it so weird that I've had so many fan fictions that if Kaido didn't live up to the reputation of villain, Bui could have been the Wano villain because of how badass he looks alone?
Oh, God. Yes. And then we get a 3-on match with Elder Toguro, and yeah. Oh, and that's actually where we get like the dynamic of Team Toguro too, because we find out that why Bui and Karasu are with them because they want to kill the Toguro.
Yeah, and the almost exactly to quote Toguro, or the younger Toguro.
Yeah.
It's like sorry, but you get to die when we tell you to. Until you can argue, you belong to the Togoros now. But here's the cool thing about this. It's like, at first, you can see it's like, oh, he kind of just wants them as pawns. However, as time goes on, and I do have this in my script, that's why I seem eerily prepared to talk about one episode. Almost 20 episodes ago when Yusuke's fighting Chu, when Karasu was first introduced in the series, Karasu and Toguro talk like they're kind of just a little chummy, you know?
Yeah.
Like Toguro shows respect to this demon. He is not just simply a pawn. And that is only it's only run home because in the next episode, when we focus on the younger Toguro brother, he reveals that Toguro recruited Bui and Karasu when he was at 80% of his power.
Yep.
Meaning that whoever fights Bui and Karasu have to be, at the bare minimum, 80% Toguro, which easily just sows more doubt as to how in the absolute fuck are we supposed to beat these guys.
Yeah, because we see 80% Toguro later on.
We'll get there.
We see it.
I fast tracked too far, but yeah, the elder Toguro brother. And this is another parallel. Remember how in the last semifinal match it was a 3-on-5 Urameshi versus Toga, whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, in this match, 3-on-5, and the announcer makes it clear. But even when it's 3-on-1, Elder Toguro, who at this time, all we know is that he could just turn his body into like shields and swords, mainly just defense for his younger brother.
Yeah.
But when he's on the offensive, it turns out he can shapeshift his body any way he wants to. He's stretchy. He's I finally have the perfect analogy. He is Luffy and Katakuri fused into one being and then aged evilly, because his fingernail could turn into a spear. His if he wanted to, the skin his skin that maybe God damn it. Think of there's a freckle on his cheek. Yep. And then suddenly that freckle can stretch out into like a thin blade that will skewer you because it's that thin. It's like, what?
That's awesome. I love it.
He could do it with his entire body, and before even like the three during this 3-on-1 battle, the three ninjas do like this combo attack, like it's time to die before they even get a fucking chance. Elder Toguro just lifts his arms, he's like, yeah.
Yep. and it's funny because like what's happening, at least this happens in the anime, I don't know about the manga, but like the anime, they're all like spreading out, so it looks like there's like 20 of them on the stage. And so Elder Toguro, he basically just turns into like he's Miss Doublefinger, if we're using One Piece references.
Good reference.
Yes. So he just like spikes out, and he just has a low line, just like, "Oh, you tried to fight me as a group. Too bad I'm good at group settings."
Yeah, I'm more equipped for the larger groups.
Yep. So the girl dies immediately. The two guys are still alive. This is my favorite part too, because Elder Toguro, he just tortures these two. He's like, I'll let one of you live. You just have to join us. Blah, blah, blah. And this guy in the middle, who looks like the anime protagonist, he's like, he gives the typical speech of, "Oh, we'll never join you. I am never gonna do that." Blah blah blah. But
Anime Zuko.
yeah, anime Zuko. Oh, okay. And then old ugly guy with the blue
Bitch boy.
bitch boy. He's just like, "No, take me. I'll be fine. Kill him." Other Toguro kills him. He's just like, "Yeah." And then he kills Diet Anime Zuko for
And
funsies.
the reason it is because, and that's where the flashback comes, is like, you sound just like Bui and Karusu did when they joined us. My younger brother enjoys having people like you on his team. I did promise I would spare you, but there's a key difference between my brother and I. I don't like keeping my promises. Yeah!
Yep. I love it.
Spears him right in the head, no remorse, and literally the battle ends with just the mad cackles of the Elder Toguro, like,
yeah. And then Kurama's just sweating. We do get to see where everybody else is at too. So like, Hiei's with a giant bonfire trying to control himself.
Oh yeah, trying to control the dragon darkness flame, because he might need that for the next battle.
Yeah, he might. Yusuke is asleep. Kuwabara's like, "You're messy. You're asleep." And then all of a sudden, Genkai leaves.
Yeah, and she gives off the red flag of Kuwabara. It's just like, "Kuwabara, you're a very gentle soul." And it's just like, oh no.
And then she has a nice little conversation with the Spirit Squad.
Yep. Again, Knuckles the Echidna pops out of the ground. Oh no.
Oh no. Which brings us to this.
We need to point out the fucking elephant in the room here. First off, I'm still not over the fact that the Mass Fighter was Genkai all along. I'm just still fucking floored about that. However,
I could have sworn it was my cat. Like, it had the same features and all that, but whatever.
Yeah.
Fine, Tagashi.
Well, this is squarely on the people who, I don't know if the Japanese labeled their episode the same way. I don't know. But for the sake of it, I'm going to blame the localization team for this one.
Oh, I think I know where you're going.
The name of the episode. So episode 51 ends with Genkai meeting with Toguro in the middle of the forest. And it's like their backstory was revealed. They used to be on the same side. They fought demons together. Genkai wanted to grow old. Toguro, he did it. He wanted to stay young forever. So he pretty much took a deal with the devil situation, and like he could stay young and become a demon, all for a moment's worth of strength. That's directly quoted from Genkai. And Genkai is just like, "You turned into a monster. I should have killed you when I had the chance, because I always saw how messed up in the head you were about this obsession with power and some shit." And the two of them have a standoff, and it's like, oh god, there's a fight about to happen, isn't it? Imagine you're a kid and you watch that, and then the next fucking episode you see, the next episode, episode 52, the theme song plays, and then you hear the subtitle, "The Death of Genkai."
Yep, and you're just like, oh no.
Although it's that wasn't the worst spoiler for me personally, because I do have a story to share after this. But I can imagine how pissed everyone must be when they see that title for the first time. It's like, what? No, stop.
Yeah. That's like naming well, spoiler alert, I guess. But that's like naming an episode Jiraiya's death or Ace's. Oh wait, no, they did name the episode Ace's death, didn't they?
I mean, didn't the episode end with the didn't the previous episode end with the magma fist or whatever?
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, never mind. So that one at least gets a pass. I'll give it a pass. I will.
Yeah,
Whitebeard dies. Fucking, I don't know. Grogu is his name.
He's gonna get killed.
Oh, he probably already got killed.
He's gonna die if the sequel trilogy will be a thing. Then that little baby Grogu is gonna get massacred by Kylo Ren.
Look, don't talk about non-canon material here.
Yeah, you're right. By the way, before I forget, I do want to share the big old spoiler that I saw. And this is entirely on me. But back in the day, my sister was the one that showed me the wonders of anime. My first shows ever, were Rurouni Kenshin and Yu Yu Hakusho. Only because Rurouni Kenshin, Megan had the DVD for that. I was like, yay, huzzah! Yu Yu Hakusho. She's watching an episode in her room. I walk in, and it's the fucking episode where younger Toguro, in his match with Yusuke, looks at Kuwabara.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That was the first episode of Yu Yu Hakusho I have ever seen, and that was by pure accident. But I was kind of hooked from there on. So when I got a little older, when I figured out how to watch things, I was like, "Yep, time to watch everything." And then when I saw Kuwabara episode 1, it's like, "Oh,
oops, oh no,
oh no,
oh my gosh, oh poor." Well, I got words to say about that as well, but we'll save that for then.
It's a beautiful moment because it makes me happy.
Yeah.
Speaking of beautiful moments, this episode.
Oh my god, yes. Just hearing about their backstories, actually quite amazing.
It's simple. That's what's genius about it. I think like Togashi is this mix. Like if we want to do a current analogy, you know how Horikoshi is unfucking matched in terms of character writing.
Yeah.
And Oda is practically unmatched in like simplistic stories. Like he's excelling in like storytelling and setting things up. He's a master at that. Togashi's like this fusion where the characters and the story, like any backstory shown, they are simple. But my God, when you think about them, you just go like, oh, what? Oh, it's like that. Oh, wow. Okay. Because what I explained before, that was the backstory. But it does show like the complexities. Like, are you willing to throw your own life away for like a moment's chance of power? Are you willing to like be immortal just so you can punch people? That's pretty much all it is. It's like that deep complexity. But it's in the simplest version of, oh, I didn't want to die.
Yeah. And see, that's the beauty of it. Like Togashi can take this simple premise and make it grandiose.
Yeah.
Like
you see how grandiose it gets by the end.
Oh, totally. And that's what I was gonna point out, is like we get the basis of it here, but there's more to it that we get later on. So this is, like you were saying, this is like that perfect way of showing us what we want to know, but also leaving those breadcrumbs, that trail that we're going to find out later on, where it clicks that everything that is happening right here makes sense.
It's going to be great. Oh, man. Togashi's a great writer. Shame he kind of stopped caring about Hunter x Hunter, but
yeah.
At least we had Yu Yu Hakusho.
I heard, so to date this video, I heard rumblings, but I don't believe it either. Did you hear about like the voice actors talking to each other about some project from Hunter x Hunter?
No, but I don't believe it, because that would require that Togashi actually prepared the story.
Exactly. he needs to just he needs to just let somebody else do it.
Yeah, I think he's done with
Yeah.
writing. I think when you write something like Yu Yu Hakusho and then you try Hunter x Hunter and you try something, but then you lose your passion. I think it's
Mhm.
alright if you just want to stop. You had a great peak. You had a good legacy,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah. There's a huge but.
yeah.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
like if you try to ask Oda for anything after One Piece, like, no, fuck
He's
you, let
gonna
me
like,
rest.
yeah. No, fuck off. Leave me alone.
Yeah,
I'm on vacation for life.
it's gonna
Dude,
be Sakurai.
he's gonna be almost like probably over 50 when he finishes One Piece.
Yeah,
He's like 45, 46 right now.
yeah. It's
Oh,
yeah,
that's
like
nuts.
I put him in the one tier below Sakurai in
Hmm.
terms of people dedicated to the craft. Oda is a master, and then and it's like with Sakurai, it's like he goes through every company imaginable just to give us what we want in any way, shape, or form.
Yep.
And Oda, it's just like he's almost at that level.
Yeah.
The only reason I say almost because he doesn't have to deal with the endless copyrights system. Uh, we were talking about
True.
Genkai.
Oh yeah, Genkai. Yeah. So these two have a fun little conversation. We also find out that I guess they're not the tournament committee, or Genkai had some guests come by and talk to her about the Dark Tournament before this one began.
Oh yes, and it kind of fills in a blank for you, like in case anyone had the doubt, like, wait, why would Genkai come to this stupid tournament? She doesn't like the outside world. Here
Yeah.
you go.
And it also shows you why she doesn't want to be in the outside world, because she just wants her solitude.
Yeah. She makes that clear with Yusuke. She doesn't want to save the world. She wanted to, build up all this power and then it's basically like I will set the stage for an apprentice who I think is worthy, and then just let that apprentice figure out what he wants to do with it.
Yep.
Let him save the world.
Let him do what he wants. Let that dimwit do what he wants.
Yeah, I'm just the girl that's like, I'm happy to live my life set in the stage and sharing
Yep.
wisdom and helping out where I can. True, I don't want to do it, but I will.
Yep. And yeah, then after these two take a quick, sprint down memory lane, they has a fight. Or should we even call it a fight?
She does put up some resistance.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit there. But that's when we also find out that Taguro can heal himself.
Yeah, he regenerates.
Yeah. So it's just like, oh, so he has all this power and he can regenerate.
Yeah,
Great.
you kind of have to get him like it's like it's like Cell, as in you have to hit all of Toguro at
Hmm.
once in order to defeat him.
Yep.
Um, fuck, I actually had another example for this. Shit, damn it, fuck, piss
Boo.
farts, damn it. No, not boo, not boo. Shit, never mind. Move
Okay.
on.
Moving on. So Genkai, does a blast and does another blast. Doesn't really do too much because, again, Toguro can heal himself.
That
But
and Genkai already gave all her power away to Yusuke, so she's literally fighting on reserves.
yeah. And that's when Toguro is just like, okay, well, here's 80% of my power. Only a few people have seen it, but that list is going to be short because you're about to die. So
And
80%, here
Genkai,
we go.
yeah, and she just looks on. Like, yeah, I love this comic trope. You would think that everyone would be looking in fear.
Yep.
Genkai kind of just smirks and is just like, I don't even care. Like, I know I took the higher road than you. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yep. She just looks down on him, just like, no. Yeah, I am better. I'm glad I chose what I chose. And
And the punch.
and then, well, during all this, everyone can feel this power.
Oh,
Kurama can feel
yes.
it. Hiei feels it. It's so great that Yusuke ends up getting up from it. He's just like, shit, what's going on? And Kuwabara's just like, oh, I don't know, but Genkai left and blah, blah, blah. And Yusuke's like, you fucking idiot. Why would you let Genkai leave? And he just bolts out.
So I do have to talk about something here.
Uh-oh.
There are a lot of people that actually do not like that.
What?
The fact that they don't like that Yusuke woke up and Kuwabara could not sense the power of Toguro from where he's at. And to that I say, wrong. You are so wrong. Because not only does Kuwabara, he's not sensing Toguro, because Hiei and Kurama, well, they're at least close by, or at least they're close enough. Genkai was smart, as in to try to take this fight as far away from the hotel as possible.
Yeah.
However, I think a lot of people miss this part. Yusuke has Genkai's energy inside of him.
Yep.
It's very easy to assume that on some level they are linked. They are spiritually linked, and Yusuke sensed that. Like sensed into Goro's power through Genkai, Yusuke woke up, and that's why the first thing he says is, "Where's Genkai?"
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. People can just hate. That's fine. Go ahead, hate whatever.
Yeah, there's an explanation. This is part of why people hate the show for no fucking reason.
It's like there's evidence there, clear as day. Almost like another certain argument that we listened to before this.
Oh, well, we need to give context now, goddammit. Otherwise,
no, we don't. No, we don't. Just people be cray. People be cray.
Dustin's crazy. Aniki was right. Look up his MHA 300 stream.
Oh, timestamp around 3:30. 3 hours, 30 minutes. Which brings us to this part.
Oh, yes, look, it's Dustin after that chat with Aniki.
Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, don't give him that credit. So, yeah, Genkai dies.
And this is actually what ends up saving Yusuke in the long run.
Yeah.
Because, goddamn. Well, basically, Genkai gives a final speech, and she tells Yusuke what Toguro did, that he literally sacrificed his humanity all for the sake of, keeping his eternal youth. That's all Toguro wanted. He gave up everything to keep that. And Yusuke reveals at a later time that he kind of wanted to be like Toguro, because, hey, Toguro is like the ultimate rule breaker. He does what he wants. He has the power to do so. No one can question him. He's kind of like Yusuke's inner role model, as sick as that can be. But again, he's kind of like a teenager. Every teenager's messed up mentally at that age. But
especially in the 90s.
Yeah, but Genkai, in her final words, she says, "Do not." I repeat, do not make the same mistakes I made. Don't make the same mistakes Toguro made. You remember what you're fighting for, dimwit. You do you. And if you don't, I will kick your ass. She doesn't really say that, but I bet she wanted to.
Yeah, that's basically the tone of her voice, so to say. Yeah, this was a really good scene. I'm gonna say I do struggle with it because of later on, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. I know. I just, but I do like her speech to Yusuke, because literally, like, she's giving him advice, and he's actually kind of taking it. And even with like the flashback part of, I say kind of because it's still Yusuke. But even with like the flashback part where it's just her yelling at him and him yelling back, like you can feel the chemistry that they had with each other, the relationship that they had. It was something that Yusuke needed. And even though he fought her most of the way, like 90% of the way there, he's still grateful for her. And we see that when he's grieving about it.
And that is still cemented episodes before when Genkai's like, kill me then. And Yusuke's like, I can't kill you. You're the only person that I ever really respected.
Yep. And
well,
she's
the
like,
only adult.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But it's done so well. I love it. And like I said, with the grieving part, like we have adult Koenma, which we're seeing a lot more of. Fun fact. Confront Yusuke. He's just like, Genkai has some last words for you. Don't screw the pooch.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Yeah. Fucking turns into Red Foreman.
Yep. I mean, that's an abridged version of what she says, but with that, Yusuke just fires off a spirit gun. A massive spirit gun, mind you.
Okay, good. Keep going. Keep talking about the most beautiful moment of the show for me. Keep going. Go.
A massive spirit gun that is fueled by emotion, with tears streaming down Yusuke's face, which you don't see him cry that often, mind you. Keep that in mind. You don't. Yeah, you want to talk about all these characters that I hate Deku because he cries too much. Blah, 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 blah. Cool, neat, awesome. There's a reason for that. However, when you have another character like Yusuke who rarely cries like this, you see tears come down his eyes, and then anger, frustration, and then it all just comes out into that final just spirit gun that everyone, Kurama, Hiei, Kuwabara, the girls in their hotel room, and even fucking Toguro
and Sakio.
And Sakio. Well,
he just fucking smiles.
after they had killed a bunch of people, but we'll get to that soon. They're all just looking as this rocket just goes into the air. And Yusuke just breathes. He's just like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
The music is perfect, by the way, for that
moment. Yeah. Yes, it is.
It's a very, very touching moment. He literally fires a shot up into heaven for her. It's great.
And he's like, this one's for you, Grandma.
I also like how before we get into the stadium for the final ring, Yusuke, he's busy incorporating Genkai's energy into his body, getting used to that. And they all have like a final meetup. Hiei reveals that he has shackles on his arm. Kurama is airing more aura from Yoko Kurama, and Kuwabara is ready. We never mentioned Suzaka yet.
Oh, we're getting to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, oh my god, okay. They gotta change some shit because you say Suzaka, but the anime is literally saying Suzaki. Suzuki, sorry. Yeah, Suzuki.
And I'm just like, shall be his name from this day forth.
There we go. So, yeah, I guess, if you're done with this.
Yeah, the S stands for S tier.
So Suzy gives our heroes a fighting... Oh, oops.
Ah, Sakio!
Edit that out, Future Wayne. Thank you, Future Wayne. Love you.
Don't do it. No, I'll PayPal you.
How much?
You'll find out.
Trevor, you owe me $20 for not editing that out. I expect my PayPal to be paid in full by the end of this video, or else you die.
So yeah, Suzy here, Suzy Q.
Don't even dare. Suzy Q is a fucking saint.
That's true. So yeah, Suzy here approaches Kurama and Kuwabara. This is like the day after Genkai dies.
Yeah.
And he's just like, look, here's my reasoning for joining the tournament. I got embarrassed by Toguro. He only used 3% of his power, and I wanted revenge. So he gives these two items to Kurama and Kuwabara. The one I remember is the trial sword. That's the one name I remember. He gives that to Kuwabara. Apparently, when I also forgot that other guy's name. The other guy that was with him. Starts with a W? That Genkai fought?
Oh, Shishi Wakamaru.
Shishi Wakamaru, yeah. Apparently that's how the Demon Blade came to be. Or, yeah, with the Banshee Shriek and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
So he gives the trial sword to Kuwabara to be like, I don't know what it's going to do, but it's going to help you in the long run. And then,
yeah, it's like upgrading a Kamehameha to a Super Kamehameha. That is the basic gist of it.
Yeah, which I wish he keeps it. That's all I'm going to say.
He upgrades.
I mean, he does, but I like it because it harkens. It harkens back to when he first discovered the Spirit Sword.
Ah.
And I'm just like, oh, that's so cool because like you can just have this little hilt with you at all times and be like, Spirit Sword, double, shit like that.
And then he never
Kuwabara.
uses it again.
No. Then he barely fights again.
Well, I mean, for a reason.
Yeah, there is a reason.
Good reason. And we'll get to that in like 300 episodes.
Yeah. What are you talking about? This isn't Naruto.
Oh, I was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! What the fuck are you talking about? What
Oh.
the fuck is... What? I don't know. Who the fuck is Naruto? I only know Boruto's dad. Is that guy close? Is he close enough?
Yes, I think so. I think that's the same character.
Oh, what? Wait, then
think.
why doesn't anyone use his first name then? It seems really insulting.
I mean, he is the 7th Hokage, so fuck him.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I think I relate to Boruto more because if you're Hokage and you have kids, you know, it's better to not have parents at all. Fuck them. Fuck adults, am I right?
Well, yeah, fuck adults. Fuck all of them. Pieces of shit.
Who cares if people have jobs? They don't know me.
They don't know me.
Guys, if you can't catch on, that is literally Boruto's character in a nutshell, introduced in his own fucking intro movie. That movie is dog shit. Boruto is trash. And if anyone actually like objectively defends it, I'm sorry, you're just horrifically wrong. Fuck all of you.
And I don't care if he quote unquote gets better. No, the damage has already been done. Fuck him.
It's never gotten better. We've seen a highlight where a fucking clone of Jiraiya exists in that world. It's dog shit.
You know what I completely forgot? Remember Owl, the hidden mist guy with the Byakugan?
Yeah, I remember him. He's voiced by Steve Bloom. How could I not remember him?
Remember the fact that he was at the same place where Shikamaru and Ino's dads both died? And then he comes back in Boruto?
No.
He does.
No.
That was a long time ago.
No.
The anime's just getting to it, apparently.
No.
Search your feelings. You know you love it.
No. What? No. 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 No.
No.
No. No. How do you survive that? No. How do you survive a fucking Jinchuriki 10-tailed level nuke that instantly obliterated Shikaku and Ino's dad? No!
Here's how you do it, Trevor. You
No!
When you have the Byakugan.
No!
And you're from the Hidden Mist Village.
You can create interdimensional porters just like Obito did, because eye powers work like that, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
No!
Oh, dude, I finally. Oh yeah, I was telling you the other day on the in our group message about how I finally got to the Obito reveal.
Like, fucking Naruto is tarnished. Naruto doesn't even have the legacy of Naruto doesn't fucking exist. Like it only destroys the original material. It's so bad.
I was fine with Obito.
Oh no! I meant Boruto. How that?
Oh yeah, Boruto.
Like, yeah, like literally everything after Naruto actively destroys what the original stood for.
Yep. And also spoiler alert. I'm actually because okay. So when I was upon first read with the Obito stuff, I was all right to it. I was like, okay, like I kind of saw this coming. A bunch of people on the message board saw this coming. Cool, great, awesome. It's finally revealed. Whatever. And then it got a little old when he kept surviving throughout the whole thing. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. And then I wasn't too big of a fan with his story or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, this time around, I don't mind it. Like his motivations and shit.
Oh, Obito?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Obito is great.
Yeah.
Obito is the very fit-in final villain. He is literally anti-Naruto. And then they threw that aside because Madara was the big bad.
Look. Look, I like Madara.
And
I do.
Never.
I do like Madara.
Despite how it makes no fucking sense, Madara's always been the big bad because I was foreshadowing.
It's not. Oh, okay. He manipulated Obito.
Oh. Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did. And you know what? Again, this is something I'm fine with. However, the fucking fact that he comes back and destroys everyone and starts power scaling DBZ's shit. Ever since he defeats the 5 Kage, he becomes one of the worst characters in all of Naruto. That is Mamoru Uchiha. Fuck him. Fuck everything he stands for. God, such trash writing around his character. I fucking despise him.
I haven't gotten to that point yet. He just back up with Obito. So we will see if I feel the same way.
I want to reiterate to everyone. Your boy Madara was hyped so much by the author and had his dick sucked by every character that the author couldn't find a way to beat Madara, so his only response was to create someone even stronger that could just happen to be vulnerable to a sealing jutsu.
But see, that's the thing.
How ridiculously bullshit he is.
He had his way out. He made Naruto Ninja Jesus. He had his way out. That's the thing. But no, let's create some stupid god just to set up the sequel series.
God, fucking horrific writing. It's like what this is why I'm always terrified for how endings can be handled.
Oh yeah.
And I know Miranda told you about what I said.
Oh yeah. Well, I saw that tweet too, and then she comes to me. She's just like, "Look at this."
And it's like, here's the thing: when it comes to like the big 3 ending, and we're sorry by the way for going off on the tangent, but you guys should know us by now. We tend to go off subject a little bit, but has to be stated. One Piece, and this is why I said the word almost, because it could happen. It could potentially happen where, like, the ending, depending on how it's handled, it can either make the series or it can break the series. Naruto, it broke apart when Madara became the big bad, and then when Kaguya came in and Zetsu came in. That broke the story. Even more than when Naruto was special all along, before that plot point became a thing. There's also the fact that in Bleach, the second of the big 3, it was doing really good, and then the last like 10 chapters, it obliterated that story into holy hell. There was no ending for it. It was horrific, which then makes me realize, and someone did tell me that, I have yet to respond to this, but it's like, Oda already had the ending in mind. It's like, cool. Yeah. So did Kishimoto. So did Tide Kubo.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. Oda had his ending in mind, and he still has it. The problem is he kept adding more and more and more to it.
Yeah, and that's
what happened.
Yeah, and that's why I put up the analogies like this could literally be the tale of a man trying to scale to the top of the mountain and he
Mhm.
trips and falls at the finish line, destroying all the years of work he put into the story.
Yeah.
It could
No,
happen because, my God, when you only have 5 years to wrap up all of One Piece with all of its story threads, you could easily wind up like Game of Thrones Season 8. And you should never,
right.
ever, ever be like Game of
Shit.
Thrones Season 8. Never!
Well, see that's what's good because Oda is basically, writing the screenplays or he's basically screenwriting for the anime right now. Sorry, I had to say that. I had to say that.
Yes. By the way, you know why I laugh at that? The last time Oda got directly involved with a project and gave his approval was One
Oh,
Piece Stampede, and look where that ended up.
objectively, of course.
Ugh.
But this isn't a One Piece stream. What are we talking about? Back to Yu Yu Hakusho.
Fuck you, Stampede. You piece
I'll
of
let I'll let
shit movie.
I'll let you talk about Kurama's Hawaiian Punch here.
Ah, yes. So the Karama's grape flavored Hawaiian punch, only available at Walmart and Food Lion. Basically, when Kurama drinks this potion, after a set amount of time to prepare the body, Kurama will transform into his original demon form, Yoko Kurama. The only side effect is that, hey, in the time it takes you to transform, you have that amount of time before your transformation sends you back into human form. So, make the most out of it. Guys, it's pretty much the fusion from Dragon Ball.
Yep.
You can transform, you got a time limit, use it while you can.
Yep.
And I guess this kind of supports the fact that, hey, if Suzaka was able to craft these weapons and personalize them for Kuwabara and Kurama, maybe that is how he became S tier in a matter of years.
Sure, why not?
JC!
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so they take some time to just get used to these and all that. So
Yeah, it's
it's
literally
cool.
they take the time to make sure Kuwabara and Kurama have an inkling of a chance against Karasu and Elder
Yeah.
Toguro. And it's like, even with the sword hilt, I think, like you as an audience member, you could still feel it's like, wait, Kuwabara can swing his sword. How is that going to be the guy that can stretch anywhere and do whatever he wants with his butt? Oh no, he's doomed. And
Yeah.
spoiler alert, he is doomed from the fucking get go.
Yeah, but we'll get to that
Can't wait.
eventually.
To see it.
But yeah, they get their little power ups. Isn't that neat? Oh, Sakio and your deep blue eyes.
My
How
boy.
we get lost in them. So this is the part where we see some, and I say some because there's a little bit more to Sakio that we find out later on. But I say this is where we get some of what his plan is and what he's all about.
Mm-hmm. And
'Cause
it pretty much sets the stage for the rest of the series.
Yep. Because he's just sitting in his chair and some of his other like bookie friends, I don't even think they have fucking names or whatever. They're just chilling up there and they start getting angry at him because turns out they accuse him of helping Yusuke out the whole time by like hustling the bets and all that shit. Saying like Kasakio was saying stuff like, oh, it gets boring always betting on my one man. If I can just bring an underdog in and have him win and beat Toguro, I can make a shit ton of money. And so all these guys are just like, "What? You're hustling us. We're gonna kill you, bruh, bruh, bruh." And then Saki is just like, you know what I want to do? I want to just open up a tunnel to Demon World.
Yeah. Like Sakio is one of those villains that he kind of just wants to watch the world burn.
Yep.
That's really all there is to it. He's just crazy. He's
Yeah.
classy, but he's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Now we find out more about him later on. But as of this moment, yeah, he's fucking crazy. He's fucking bonkers. And then Toguro comes in, kills the demons, kills the people. And he's just like, "What do you think of my plan, Toguro?"
It's far too complicated for my own liking. But if you are going to give me a drink, Sakio, I'll take an orange juice with a slice of lemonade.
Wait, what?
Something like that. Something like that. It's a quote like that at the very end.
It's, by the way, I'll take orange juice with some ice.
There it is, yeah.
but like Toguro's with him because he's like, this is a way for me to challenge myself.
Yeah, if Yusuke doesn't pan out, I have all of Demon World, and I mean, long run, it wouldn't work out for Toguro anyway. But he would have gone out swinging.
Oh, poor Toguro.
I mean, I do want to point out that this is where all the plot points connect together. Mm-hmm. Because ever since Rescue Yukina, you're kind of left wondering, why does Sakio want all that money in the first place? And it's like, oh, it's to finance this whole demon tunnel operation. Yep. Oh, shit. So, all the pieces are set in stone. That way, Togashi makes sure that the only thing left on the agenda is the final round of the Dark Tournament. And next time, we're going to talk about it.
But it's not only just that. There's also seeds being planted for later on.
Oh yes, when the best villain makes his appearance.
Yes, and we see just how. Oh no, I don't know if I should speak these words.
Do it. I don't care. Do it. Unless what you say is I do care, but go ahead, speak it.
Oh. Soon we find out just how insignificant Toguro is.
I mean,
at least power-wise.
Well, here's the thing. Insignificant in the universe, but that really doesn't damper his role as the villain.
Oh yeah, not at all. That's why I said power-wise. So in terms of power, he's just the next thing, but that's later on down the line.
Until the final round, Toguro is the strongest in the human world. He is. He's just the strongest. It's just that when Demon World comes up and when Sensui is shown, then he is outclassed. But that's only because there's things like they made Toguro into a demon, but that's human science, that was human science. He's going up against the genuine demons it's like the poser versus the genuine article. So I do not mind. I can see why people have issues, but I truly do not see the flaw in that because his role is not tempered at all.
No, neither do I. It's just interesting when you're rewatching this and. Because that kind of stuff is just in the back of your mind. You're just like, wow.
Oh, well, even if it's in the back of your mind, it doesn't really, get in the way of your experience.
Oh, no, not at all. Because that's the thing. We're reading a shonen series right here. They got to, progress in these rankings.
And even when they do progress, it makes sense. That's the tragic fault of many shonen stories, Naruto. It's that if your power ceiling will get too far up, but Hakusho, they saved that shit for the actual genuine demons. And they saved that shit for Sensui.
Yep.
That shit's handled very well.
It's
another series. Bullet.
Oh.
For One Piece Stampede, fuck you. Abortion of a character.
But you really want to talk about abortions?
Yes, sure do, buddy old pal.
Oh, the final round is set. The stare-off begins. Team Toguro and Team Urameshi. They're pretty doomed. Now, you might think to yourself, there's 5 people over on Team Toguro's side. But we're only showing 4 people here. Why is Sakio? So apparently part of the rule is they need to have 5 people in their team or they're disqualified. Blah, blah, blah.
And that's when the lights dim. A soul spotlight goes to the door on Team Urameshi, and Lord Koenma himself walks out. He's like, I will be the 5th member. I am, as the owner of Team Urameshi, I will be the guy. I will be the fifth member.
Yep. So him and Sakya would be like the last fight, but basically the fight before that is gonna be winner take all.
Yeah, they know that if anyone gets in the draw, no one wants to see the tiebreaker be settled by Sakyo and Koenma.
Yeah.
So Sakyo and Koenma come to an agreement that, hey, no matter what, Yusuke versus Toguro is worth 2 points.
Yep. But yeah, so we get a nice little stare off here. I love Kuwabaro's white coat outfit.
Yes.
It's very badass. I mean, everybody else is pretty much the same. I don't know why they didn't change their costumes.
Oh, we never mentioned. Well, Kurama has a little costume change, but we never mentioned the best part about Koenma.
Oh,
if things go south, south, he has a fucking jetpack at the ready to evacuate.
He's just like, I'm ready when you are.
Koenmatron.
The Koenmatron. I love it.
He can have it because he's pretty cool.
And also, well, Ogre makes his way into this arc as well later on, but you just see him in the stands. He's just like, you can do it, Koenma, sir.
And then Koenmatron comes out. It's like, he's just an acquaintance.
Yeah.
Oh man, God! Next time it's gonna be like a 3-hour spectacle.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
I guarantee an hour and 45 minutes will just be me talk about Yusuke versus Toguro because, guys, if you haven't noticed already, that's my favorite fight of all time.
No, it's not.
Well, okay, bit of a stretch there. I should have phrased that better. One of my favorite fights of all time.
You're right. Luffy versus Katakuri is the best fight.
That fight's like ranked 38, if I'm being extremely generous.
Damn.
I already have my top 5.
What is it?
Oh, in terms of fights? In no particular order. It would be like Yusuke versus Toguro.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know I don't know if this counts as cheating, but the entire second half of the Super Broly movie.
No, that counts. Fuck it.
Yes,
fuck it. It counts.
I mean, Broly's the only combatant on the enemy side. It technically counts.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to say part 3 because there is some JoJo stuff in there, so I'll save that. But JoJo part 7 and part 4, just saying that. I don't want to spoil anyone because part 7 is going to be fucking fantastic.
Yeah, if you haven't watched JoJo, what are you doing here?
I don't know.
Get out of here.
You're all weird.
Go watch Totally Not Mark's videos on JoJo.
Let's see. Number 4 would probably. This is going to be a weird one, but this is just this is purely subjectivity on my side.
Mm-hmm.
Yugi versus Atem. The final
yeah. Yep. That one's really good. I love how that one ends too.
It's so good. It's so good. And then to wipe it all out, I don't know if I'm to say fights, I'm actually including video games too. But Solid Snake versus Liquid Ocelot.
Ooh, yes.
That alone is that's my top 5. Those are my favorite battles of all time so far.
My favorite battles are Luffy versus the giant snake, Goku versus Giran.
Number 6 would be Ichigo versus Grimmjow. I just want to throw that in there before anyone forgets.
Kakashi versus those random ninja from the first couple episodes.
You mean the Hooded Claw brothers?
Sakura versus Ino.
Oh, yeah. Dude, she's so good. The way they both knock each other out with a headbutt.
Nami versus Fodder. It's another good fight. Oh, Orihime versus the 2 Arankar that tried to kill her because she's pretty, and then Grimmjow comes to save her, and it's funny.
Where the hell did you come from? What do you think? The door. You didn't go through the door, smartass. Yeah, it was locked, so I made one.
Love it. I mean, I gave it a rating A. Cool, neat, awesome. I mean, again, it's not really an arc. It's just
the pregame.
Yeah, it's just nice little pregame before the main event.
Yeah, and I do want to say that in terms of tournaments, everyone goes to Dragon Ball for the tournaments, but I think Yu Yu Hakusho has the best tournament because everything in it is great. Yeah. And in the anime and in the manga, well, the manga for Dragon Ball kind of just goes from fight to fight to fight, which isn't bad. It's just Toriyama's writing style. It was fine. Just in comparison, Yu Yu Hakusho is just a little bit better. And in the anime, there are some elements that are really stretched. Not bad, but it's just like they don't have the same weight as Yu Yu Hakusho.
Right.
So yeah, everything Dark Tournament wise is fucking fantastic.
And I think if we're talking tournament wise, like I think Toriyama learned from his first tournament.
Oh because,
like, I mean, the first tournament is just like, okay, this is cute. Okay, well, we have this guy named Jackie Chun who is going to test Goku and Krillin and make sure that they don't think that they're the strongest out there, which fine, great, awesome. Good job, Jackie Chun. Is he related to Master Roshi in any way?
I don't know. Let's ask the Master Tiger.
Yeah, they might know. But yeah, he went from like, okay, here's a simple tournament with a simple premise to the next tournament with TN, where there's like an actual story being told. And then the last tournament with Piccolo Jr.
Which is probably if the Broly fight wasn't there, if the Broly movie didn't exist, I would probably still give it to Goku versus Piccolo.
That's honestly fair. That is super fair. But yeah, that's it for Yu Yu Hakusho. So any final words you'd like to give, Trevor, about anything?
Hopefully I get my video of Team Toguro out before we put out our next episode. Because I do put in the script that it's they're like, hey, as the timing of the script, we're just before the final Toguro battle. So
yay. We have a couple weeks.
Yes. Yeah. I can't wait. My fight's coming. You guys know how long I've waited for this.
He's waited too long.
Know how long I've waited for this moment.
Spoiler alert, next time we're talking about Fairy Tail.
I've never seen it, so I don't care.
There we go. But yeah, links to Trevor's channels will be down below. Check them out, subscribe to them, or else your mother will die from choking on a hamster.
What the fuck? No, don't subscribe.
Do it.
No, seriously. Don't subscribe to me in fear of your mother's dying by hamsters. Only subscribe to me and my friends, the Doommates, only if you think that we are worth your time, and that's all that matters. So, do that with us, you please.
So do it, or your mother will die from choking on a hamster.
No!
And if you like me at all, be sure to like the video and subscribe and all that wonderful stuff that YouTube demands us to do, so you will love us and cherish us.
If you don't subscribe to Walk-Ins, then your father is going to slip down a bathtub flight of stairs. What is that, you may ask? I don't know. But you don't want to find out, do you?
Yeah, no, right. You don't.
Yeah. Go subscribe to Walk-Ins if you think this is a fucking game.
I'll fucking kill you. And on that note, Kizaru was afraid of Ben Beckman. Bye. I don't need you. Better things to come.